me. Let me look at Albert Wenzel. And thank you. Yes, it is. We can hear you.
Okay, good morning. Before my 5 minutes runs out, let me say the remedy sought is to convene Ryerson into mediation, which is of great benefit to the city. You will see why in a minute. I should look familiar to the Auditor General. I filed a complaint with her office, file number 2022-00415. No, nothing after that. I have made calls to 911 hundreds, if not thousands of times, with dire emergency warnings. Life or death matters. TPS squandered the good information, then a cover-up. Had she retrieved the 911 calls I requested, she would be horrified to learn TPS had many warnings of the next terrorist events with name, date, and place, including the Toronto-centric ones, incel, Danforth, MacArthur, which they dismissed with prejudice and malice. Since 1990, this has been going on. Correct predictions, police do nothing, then a cover-up. All next events is blood on the hands of TPS, as they refuse to take or act on new information. I do not say this lightly. They are the ones putting leaders in counterterrorism after their name, then spend the tax monies on free alcohol. What I can offer is a new set of predictions and working zero-point energy. Colleen was UAP abducted from Ryerson. She had her own flying car that runs on free energy at an advanced civilization, confirmed by the Globe and Mail, CBC, and Toronto Star, then quashed down from publication. I call Mark Sandler of The Review, the Epstein Report, as my witness. They have a true copy of the 2013 France set of warnings, an audio recording of the new 2019 coronavirus set of warnings made in their office, and cross-examination of Ryerson and reporters who gave the same account as mine. Then, somehow, it is missing from the final report. Don't call for a civilian review if you are just going to lie about what you find. Mayor John Tory is the most honest one. He met with Julia Shindoy at Ryerson to find a constructive resolution to this matter. Then he resigns for other reasons. The city has a bottom line responsibility to take and act on new information, hold the past negligence accountable, and place zero-point energy into the public domain. I don't know how, I don't know when, but this will break. The next steps forward is to convene Ryerson into honest public confessions. Then an oligarch would work on reverse engineering the zero-point energy. Mayor Tory is honest enough to admit the predictions are correct. Then a blue wall of silence cover-up. So I'm not sure if the city realizes what they have on their hands here. I'm talking about contact with an advanced civilization that is trying to give us free energy. And if you hear the Colleen confession, there will be absolutely no doubt about that. You cannot make up what she is saying. She really learned a lot. Robin Doolittle, Globe and Mail, has a confession from Colleen, quashed down by David Walmsley, the editor. Ryerson has a confession, Julia Shindoy. For some reason, they don't want to make it public. The Review, Mark Sandler, he crossed Ryerson. They know all about this. then there's a word in their final report. So what won't work is after this deputation, and today everyone goes home, and then nothing happens. For 40 years, this has been going on. In 1990, I predicted 9/11. TPS told us that that's not their problem. Don't call them about it.
Well, thank you for coming to tell us again. Thank you, Albert. Your time's up. Thank you for your submission.
Okay.
Helen.
Okay, well, if you can talk with John Tory, I mean, after the deputation, Tory does admit to the predictions, and he did meet with Judge Shindoy at Ryerson. And then Shindoy, when I call Ryerson, they told me Shindoy no longer works there. She's now a judge.
Thank you for
and that's and then no one does nothing. All right,
We heard you.
If it costs you $5 million to recall the review and cross Colleen, then spend the $5 million.
We hear you. We hear you. Thank you for your time. Helen Armstrong, are you here? Are you online? I do not see Helen Armstrong. On the item both 9.2 and the crisis. I have speaker on item 10.